But I think what blew me away was when at the end, a student initiated standing ovation. I mean, that's huge. That does not happen. It just demonstrated that the students were hungry for that message. It provided hope and support, and they needed to hear it. But I've not ever been in an assembly where you have a kid just stand up and look, and I was kind of positioned where I was behind him. He just turned and looked at his classmates and said, "I'm sorry." And I couldn't see his face, but I could see the face of the kids, and they were just like, wow. And then it started to go around the gym, and they were just popping up. And then the kids would all cheer and clap because it meant something.
We've made him apologize a million times, but that's the key. We've made him. It's very, very satisfying to know you were a stranger. You spoke to his heart that we haven't been able to do. You got the magic out of him in one time, but I hope that all of these years of him hearing it over and over, we can take a little bit of credit, for that, right? Right? No.
You actually teared up.
I did, and I think because the situations have been very, very recent that they've escalated to a point that, you know, we've had to have serious conversations with Mother, and they're not pleasant. Those are not pleasant conversations.
You don't know how good that feels. Get out As a teacher of 30 plus years, I've been to a lot of meetings, and the Protectors presentation that you gave at one of my schools was the most meaningful meeting that I'd ever attended, because I came away feeling like it empowered me. It gave me information that I won't forget. I've been to a lot of meetings where it could have been done in a memo or an email, but this wasn't like that. I think what hit me the most was that it's a cultural thing. Hearing you say that, it was just like, yes, we need this to be something that we all are aware of. And I just thought, oh my gosh, somebody's actually saying it. I'm so thankful that we have a way to address this horrible, horrible issue.
A bully is someone who uses superior power with the intention to harm another person over time and for no good reason. It can be physical, verbal, and social, even economic. This isn't conflict, this isn't misunderstanding. This kid has disdain and contempt for another child in their class. Cruelty is currency in youth culture, and to be mean and unkind actually gets you ahead socially. Many targets need some help. They need someone to intervene. We call that person a protector. We need to make moral, civic, or ethical courage currency, and that's what we do through the Protectors. We're on our way to one of the two main high schools here in Hopkins County. Chances are they're going to hear some things that they've never really heard before. Some public speakers actually won't speak to high schoolers. They find it extremely intimidating. I think it's kind of fun.
Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much.
There's a real sweetness to it. And I wish more people got a chance to experience it. We give them the tools they need to be a protector.
Hello, I am Becky Hansard and I serve as head of school for the Academy here at Silverdale Baptist Church. I would like to take a moment to share with you some information about an incredible opportunity that has been afforded the Silverdale family. As a community, we all experienced together the recent horror of a student being injured as a result of what many are calling a hazing and bullying incident. As a Christian community, I am certain we all began to pray at the same time for all involved as soon as we heard the news. And praying is certainly the most important responsibility we have as Christians in this matter. Now, more than ever, we must be a part of the solution for anti-bullying in our community. We must help to orchestrate the healing, and that is only done through education. An individual has stepped forward to fund a healing project for us so that it may be free to the public. We are calling this project the Courageous Community Conference. SBA is bringing to town Paul Coughlin, an internationally renowned author and speaker, to lead this conference. Paul has appeared on Good Morning America, Nightline, and is a Fox News analyst and contributor. He has written an anti-bullying curriculum called The Protectors. He will present the outstanding precepts of this curriculum at the conference. The first night of the conference will be a community-wide meeting held at Silverdale Baptist Church on Sunday evening, January 31st at 6:30 p.m. I believe as Christians we have a responsibility to begin healthy dialogue in our Chattanooga community concerning this issue. Listen, bullying is a cultural problem, not a school problem. And as believers, we are held to a higher standard when it comes to training our children and indeed ourselves in the way to appropriately treat others as image bearers of Christ. You have an opportunity to be an agent of change for this community by joining us here for this first community meeting of its kind. Bring your children, bring their friends, and be sure to bring yourself. Please allow your schedule to be interrupted so that you can join God where He is at work in our community for our children, because at the end of the day, they are all our children. If Christians do not lead in this discussion, others will, and nothing will change. For more information, visit our website or check your bulletin. Thank you, and God bless.
Moments ago, parents from all over Southern Oregon started talking about the topic that impacts almost every child.
It's part of a bullying prevention program taught by a local expert who shares his knowledge around the country. Newswatch 12 Genevieve Riom was there as those kids' parents learned the same lesson. She shares the story of how bullies in Southern Oregon are finding the courage to ask for forgiveness.
In an empty room with no one watching, it might be easier to be more honest with yourself. But today, that wasn't the case. This room was filled with over 100 students, channeling their inner strength to be just as courageous in a room full of people as they are when no one's watching.
And he kept pushing me, and then he kept repeatedly doing it, and then he started calling me bad names and stuff, so I wondered.
Adric knows what it's like to be bullied. Today, he learned others have suffered through the same thing.
One kid named Chris told me, why don't you go home and die?
Paul Coughlin was bullied as a kid, and now he teaches students to rise above it.
Courageous people are not people who don't feel fear.
After an hour presentation, Coughlin asked for some vitamin A, that A being apology. One by one, bullies came forward.
I'm sorry.
Nods of forgiveness, followed by applause.
Give her a hand, you guys.
Teachers wiping away tears as their students find the strength to admit what they did wrong.
My cousin is a first grader now, bullying her on the bus.
Even the advocates admitting to being the antagonists.
I've always hated bullying. Once I did it, I was like, should I have done that? I don't think I should have done that. I think that was a little too rude.
But both the bullies and the bullied, realizing that vitamin A helps them see both sides just a little bit better.
You can't be scared to stand up. What you need to do is stand up for other people. You can stop and prevent bullying by making a friend. I really hope I inspire kids because bullying is just not a good thing, and standing up against it is a good thing.
In Tennessee, there's been bullying so severe, kids are being charged with sexual assault. Paul Coughlin is heading there on Tuesday for 5 days to try and help that community recover. In Rogue River, Genevieve Rayome, Newswatch 12.